Hey everyone, this is Slowpoke and I'm back with more Fates Denied visual novel after like forever. Okay, maybe not that long actually, but I am slow, that is a fact. I'm terribly sorry for that, once again. But yes, we're gonna continue more and of course, after the previous episode and all of this, the date started awkward and ending quite not so good. It turns just from bad to worse with Gilgamesh joining. Motherfucker. After a brief flash, Saber is wearing her silver armor.
Oh.
Mongrels? The man does not even move. In the next instant, Saber dashes forward. She runs up to the man instantly and slashes her invisible sword with deadly speed. Narni? Repelled, Saber jumps backward. If Saber's armor is materialized from her magical energy, his arm must be the same as well. In the short battle, the enemy has armed himself. Saber looks calmly at Archer, holding her sword ready. Even with her stare, the man does not stop smiling. Do you wonder how I get these scars? Probably not.
よいぞ。歯向かうことを許す、Saber.
Thank you for your kind... for the kindness of letting me oppose you. That is so sweet of you. I'm falling in love. Man, he has such attitude, this fucker. The enemy happily announces the beginning of the battle. I like this music. The white light runs through the darkness. Saber running up at the Golden Knight without hesitation. Slash her sword down, surrounded by lightning. Such a cool music. 1 blow, 2, 3, 4. Each time Saber's sword finds the enemy, blinding light is released. Combination like a stroke. It's just like when I first saw Saber when she fought Lancer. Saber drives magical energy into her sword and strikes with it like lightning. The sword and armor clash. The man hasn't even drawn his weapon yet. With Saber's sword in front of him, he just protects his head with his hands.
What?
Seriously? He can do that? What?
Saber is the strongest class. They can't do anything.
Okay. Then, I mean, of course, if going by FGO standard and all that, Archer beats Saber. But... what? That man doesn't even have the skill to block Saber's sword. Saber's much better than this man at sword techniques. And on top of that, Saber's sword is invisible. Even if the man had a weapon, I don't think he would be able to block that invisible sword. The invisible sword keeps hitting the man's armor. The sword smashes against the armor, shaves it, letting off lightning sparks. All the man can do is protect his head with his hands. This is in fuck me. This has a one-sided elimination. I don't think so. I mean, if I don't think. I mean, but still, the gold armor retains its shape. If the armor is free from damage after taking Saber's attack so many times, could it be that his noble Phantasm is his golden armor? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if one of his billions fucking noble Phantasms bullshittery he has. Seriously, that motherfucker.
さすがにこれ以上はまずいか。相変わらず底なしの魔力よな。俺の鎧がきしみを上げるなど、そうあり得ることではないのだが。
The enemy who has merely defending raises his arm. Not towards Saber. I don't know why, but man raises his hand to the night sky and...
戯れは終わりだ。その身、ここで俺に捧げるがいい。
I can offer bacon. He's a loyal super pig that grants me XD luck. Is it an illusion? Is in his hand. A short sword like a key is in his hand. Good. Saber attacks with all her power, but the enemy repels it with his dark red sword.
今のは復讐の呪詛を含んだ宝具か。
Saber distances herself and glares at the sword in her enemy's hand. The fact that the enemy has revealed his weapon is a threat, but at the same time, it means that the enemy attacks are revealed. It doesn't matter if his noble phantom is a sword or armor, as long as you can see it, you are able to deal with it. No, I don't think that is really how it works, but okay. Saber readies herself. As the man said, his armor has his limits. If Saber relaunches her fierce barrage of attacks, she should be able to slash him through his armor. Even if he has brought out his noble phantasm, it won't make a difference to the fact that the next blow will decide the match. All these blows.
最後だ。前回つけられなかった決着をつけよう、アーチャー。
The sword in her hand is still invisible. Readying her whole sword sealed in wind, Saber stares at her enemy. It seems Saber knows what that noble phantom is. That's why she's intentionally distanced herself. And since she knows how to deal with it, she can confront the enemy straight on. If their noble phantoms are swords, and if the swords' abilities are equal, the deciding factor will be their own sword techniques. But that theory, Saber has to win. Ironically, still once again an archer that uses swords and not the bows and all of that. See if I can find it. Man, I do like his design though. I think Gilgamesh looks cool, but I hate it. he's such an ass. The man laughs. Saber charges without hesitation. Saber's sword will slash his armor for sure. Are you sure? The instant I think that.
Gate of Babylon.
An invisible door opens behind the man. Saber's body stops. The weapon the enemy takes out are different from the previous dark red sword. The first is an invisible sword like Saber's. As soon as Saber defends against it, the man is holding yet another sword. The sword is unveils. She twists her body to avoid it, but the space the sword goes through freezes. What? Ice sword? Where? I do wonder what that is for. Saber retreats, covered in ice. Ice, baby. As the ice starts to break, the enemy holds a sickle-like weapon. She instantly tries to block the weapon approaching her neck with her gauntlet, but it's useless. The sickle goes through her arm like the... What? Okay, is it like it just goes through and doesn't really hurt the physical body but only the soul or something like that? Magical energy, I guess? As if cutting away her bone and not her flesh or... Okay, okay. Cutting away her... But what? Dude, that is brutal. Yeah, Gilgamesh, not OP at all. Saber taught us, but managed to stay standing. It is a different kind of retreat now. Not to distance herself and prepare for next attack. It's a desperate retreat, just to get away from the enemy. Saber glares at the enemy, drawing magical energy into her arm. Many hands are floating around the man. That was Slaughter Caster, and those are the noble phantasms of the Golden Knight who cornered Saber. It's a scene that makes even me want to doubt my own eyes. Those hands floating behind him are surely those of noble phantasms. Not just 10 or 20. No, even though I can't see them, I can feel they are infinite. From all times and places. As if to say that the server has all the divine mystery from every legend. What did I think of when that sounded like a reasonable power? I'm just saying. Uncle Scrooge, I guess?
I'm hoarding every treasure I fucking find.
Saber's voice is trembling. A servant will not answer when asked their true identity. But the enemy noble phantom is so strange that Saber has to ask.
英霊が持つ宝具は一つだけのはず。いえ、中には複数の宝具を持っている者もいますが、だとしても2つが限度だ。
Well, yeah, I mean, some have a bit few more than that, I guess, but yeah.
そのように際限なく宝具を持つ英霊など存在するはずがない。
存在するはずがない？それは早計だな、セイバー。英霊は生前用いた武器を宝具とする。ならば単純な話ではないか。この宝具はすべて俺が生前に集めたものということではないか。
Wait, so he literally went and collected all of these when he was alive? Nani? Okay. I mean, I think it looks like the red spear at the corner, the right corner down there. Is that Gilgamesh? Kinda looks like it.
私を侮っているのか、アーチャー。それこそ絶対にありえない。
Tell him.
あなたが何者であろうと、他の英霊たちのシンボルたる宝具を揃えられるはずがない。そのような英霊はこの世界に存在しない。
There's lots of weird weaponry here. Saber's right. All the noble phantasms he has are real. They are demonic sword from Northern Europe and a demonic sword from South America. No hero made his name in so many different places. And first of all, only Lancer has... Oh, it is Gilgamesh! Heroic spirits and noble phantasms are the weapon they had when they were alive. By that rule, as soon as he has Gilgamesh, he has to be Cuchulainn. But he isn't Cuchulainn, so that lance cannot be Gilgamesh. But the thing is, that definitely is the real Gilgamesh. This could be all explaining if it was fake, but as long as it's real, this contradiction is... No, hold on. Originally, the model of weapon... What? It is possible. Myths and legends do not start from nothing. All myths have common points because a single foundation became their model. Because legends that become objects of faith are only those that originate in that land. I think demonic swords and holy swords started having special abilities around that time. So before that, what if the noble fantasy myths and legends had formed before they were given names? Aha, so you literally...
おお、お前のマスターも捨てたものではないな。どうやら俺の正体に心当たりがあるらしい。
So he literally went to gather these before they really became the legends and went to the spirits, well, the heroes that got them later on? What? Damn. Saber looks towards me, so far away. I can't even help her if she's so far away. My body has only recovered to the point where I can barely move my fingers.
Saber!
Yeah. Great. You make lots of sense.
本物だというのだろう。そう、単純な話だ、セイバー。最も古い時代、まだ世界が一つだった頃の話をしよ
う。Wait. He's a caveman? He's in Neanderthal.
その国は栄え、王はあらゆる財宝を収集した。集められぬものなどなく、足りぬものなどなかった。王は完璧な宝物庫を持ち、その中にある有象無象の武器は使われることなく王と共に眠りについた。
Oh, well, how about that?
要はそれだけの話だ。王の死後、宝物庫の中身は世界に散らばり、名剣であるがゆえに重宝され活躍し、いずれ宝具として扱われた。
Okay. Guess it makes more sense. Still though, I think it's a jerk bag with way too much power.
わかるか、騎士王よ。お前たちの扱う宝具とやらは、もともとはその王の持ち物に過ぎないのだと。
It's like inheritance. If you go back far enough, a model must exist. So it's only natural for every legend, myth, folklore, and noble phantasm to have an original model. And in the distant past, if it was possible to collect all of their models, then one could possess all of the noble phantasms. Only one hero could correspond to that. One with origins in legends far older than that King Arthur or Miraculous. One said to rule over ancient Mesopotamia. The half-god, half-human king who collected treasure as he wished and sought immortality in the end. His name was... Barack Obama. Okay, but...
Gilgamesh. 人類最古の英雄王。
I was close. She sounds as if she's holding back fear. The Golden Knight, Gilgamesh, accepts the shock with satisfaction. Satisfaction, right?
いかにもこの身は貴様らでは叶うべくもない最強の英霊だ。
Though I do think that Solomon is stronger than you, because he's a grand caster and you're just an archer, not grand archer.
Still though, I could easily see him as a grand archer, seriously. And it makes me wonder, I mean, legit about Gilgamesh and his abilities and all that. I mean, he literally has all the noble phantasms. And how he uses them is literally launching them like fucking rockets and all that. And all, yeah. But does that mean that if you have Gale Ball, can he use the Gale Ball the same way as Cuchulainn does? With the same effects and all of that as that noble phantasm do have? And is it that the same for every single noble phantasm he has? Because if that is the case, then he's using his ability, Gate of Babylonia, rather stupid, I must say, if he just throw them at the enemies and like instead of actually using the very abilities of them. Then of course, I guess if he used them like that, he would drain his mana very, very, very quick. So I guess there's also a reason why he can't just use the MPs like that. Still though, makes me wondering, maybe some of you do know. And can educate me a little bit more about this. And the Golden Knight moves forward. There's nothing else to talk about. All that remains is for him to use his many noble phantasms to defeat his enemies.
ほう我の名を知った上でまだ抗うか今度こそ勝ち目がないと悟ったはずだが
If it was me there, I probably would walk up and kick him nuts and say, I don't know Gilgamesh.
やってみなければわかりません。いかに英雄王といえど超えられぬものがあるはずだ。
Saber's surroundings waver. Well, the wind starts to twirl and become a raging gale to protect her. At the same time, the golden sword appears. It can't be. Saber's going to use Excalibur. I mean, I guess in this scenario that is the only option, but yeah, what else are we supposed to do? Gilgamesh stops like, NANI? He too must know that Holso's power as his composure vanishes. Saber keeps staring at Gilgamesh and looks in my direction for an instant. Is she telling me to run? Gilgamesh has his back to the river, and Saber is over here. It must have been what she attacked him earlier. Before I realize it, Saber is confronting Gilgamesh to protect me. Whoopsie. Ja, Shanli. Shiro is bleeding and Saber's getting her ass beaten by Gilgamesh. Never become like Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh is bad. Oh, I love you, sweetie. And ja. I pour strength into my limbs. Even if I try to move my numb body, all I can move is one of my arms. Well, that is not an easy way to escape. But still, I collect all the magical energy in my body to raise my body with one arm. Oh my god, cat, please. I love you, but now, this is very dramatic. I'm terribly sorry. My senses were gone, but every bone in my body started to scream once I stopped moving. Oh god, oh god. The pain is warning. I'm sorry. The pain is telling me I will break if I move any further. I ignore it and raise my body up. I bear my pain. I don't have time to deal with it. I have to get up quickly and protect Saber. I don't want to be sounding like a jerk, but how the fuck are you supposed to do that? I mean, it's Gil fucking Mesh we're talking about. Because I have a bad feeling about it. No shit. A premonition I felt when I faced that enemy. She will never be able to beat him. The instinctive feeling that I should never let Saber fight him won't go away.
音に聞こえし聖剣か。いいだろう。
The twirling wind is now a raging storm. Even with the whole sword shining in front of him, the Golden Knight does not back away. Moreover,
では、こちらもふさわしいものを出さなければな。
he pulls an incongruous sword from the what? What does that even mean? I'm actually gonna Google that word. So I'm learning. I'm gonna show people that I do learn stuff when I making videos. I will never be forever stupid. Congruous. I assume it's in agreement on or harmony. What? Okay. It puts an incongruous. Okay, in. And apparently my recording turned off for some reason. I had no idea. See, I have some really issues with my OBS and all that lately, that it will somehow just turn it off itself. I'm not sure why. And it really do suck. So a little tiny bit were lost there. They just been talking quite a bit here about EA Sports. It's in the game and all of that. But yeah, I'm really sorry for that. I'm not sure what is wrong with my OBS. I need to check on that, definitely. Yeah.
いいだろう。ならば我が剣、見事受け切ってみるがいい。
Saber Sword's moves. A leap's move to say its true name. There's nowhere to run now. The noble Phantasm released with its true name will smash all of its power onto Gilgamesh.
出番だ。起きるがいい。エア。
The cylindrical sword Ea roars. In response to Gilgamesh's words, the three blades turn with a whirring sound. His saber Excalibur brings on the whirlwind by releasing the wind. Gilgamesh Eos creates storm by swallowing the surrounding winds. Saber is more experienced with anti-castle noble Phantasm. It's a faster than Eos roar. Saber pours magical energy into the sword up to its limit in a matter of seconds and executes it with the greatest power. There's no hesitation. Saber releases a holy sword that can even split a river in two. Just before that. Well, fuck. A light of the same magnitude taken on Excalibur's light. Oh my god! Holy crap, Nugget! A huge impact. The raging wind knocks over trees and crashing light become an exploding sun burning my eyes. Dude! My body's almost blown away by the wind. I managed to dig myself into the ground with one hand and enjoy the waves of light and heat. How long will the conflict last? The battle, the two rumbling that makes me fear the earth is going to split into two is... Suddenly ended with her figure surrounded by white light. Seriously, it's just getting worse! Holy crap. They literally fucking nuked the entire place. A crash. I hear something falling right beside me. What it is? I can't tell. I can tell even with my blinded eyes. Well, this is not good. I thought she might be dead. That's how torn up Saber is. Fuck you. In the distance, the Golden Knight is laughing crazily, unscathed.
人類最強の聖剣とやらもその程度か。人間の幻想など、所詮子供魂よな。
I don't like him. His laugh is high-pitched and it seems like it will carry over the burning air into the heavens. Is it that much fun? He doesn't even look at Saber as he only laughs for his own sake.
Saber!
Ooh, status screen updated. Well, I don't think that is a good thing, though. There's no reply. But blood gushes out from her mouth as she tries to gasp. My vision turns red. What was I doing? I knew this was going to happen. I knew Saber wouldn't be able to beat Gilgamesh, so why didn't I stop her or even use my command spell?
しかし味気ない。完全にこちらの圧勝か。相殺することもできぬとは拍子抜けだぞセイバー。ああそうか。少しは手加減してやるべきだった。何しろ相手は女子供だったのだ。
His irritating laugh. The responsibility is mine. I thought she could win. No matter how bad it felt, I thought Saber's Excalibur would be able to beat him. That's why even though I told her to stop, my command spell didn't react. I wasn't serious. If I really wanted to protect Saber, I could have made her run away using my command spell, and there would have been infinite ways for me to fight by myself. No! No, because you can move! What the fuck are you... I mean, I know, situation, he could barely move one arm. How the fuck is he supposed to fight Gilgamesh? Nah.
さて、ではいただくとするか。汚れてしまったが、何？いずれ同じ目に遭うのだ。ここで傷つこうと問題はあるまいよ。
Laughter approaches. She must have noticed that as Saber faintly opened her eyes.
Saber, 無事か?
Or you're, yeah, I feel like I'm feeling all peachy today, yeah, almost deaf, but fuck that. I can see her breathing, but I can't touch her even if I reach out. My body still won't move, and I can't even run to her. So I can only call out to her.
Saber! Saber! Saber!
Saber's mouth opens. She breathes in as if asking for help, and coughs as if even that is painful.
Shiro, そこにいるのですか?
Well, fuck. She raises a faint voice, telling me she cannot see me.
待ってろ。すぐに。
I can't say I'll help her. I'm on the ground too and can only move my arms. I can only call out to her and encourage her. She can't even see me in this ugly state.
ああ、そうか。負けたのですね。
She speaks in a soft voice and looks at me with no light in her eyes.
申し訳ありません。どうかあなただけでも逃げてください、マスター。
She says something absurd while coughing up blood. My vision turns red with anger. I completely depend on Saber unconsciously, and this is the result? I can't even stand up after a sudden attack. I grab my head with the only arm that moves. I want to kill myself. That won't solve anything right now. So I put my strength into my hand as if to squash my head. The fire hammer goes down. I take the switch to turn myself into a magus and smash it with a hammer instead of my fingers.
二度と使わないようにね。投影はあんたの手に余るから。
Toxic words. She said magic beyond one's level will destroy the caster's circuits and nerves. So what? She's more important than that. If I can't protect her, I don't need my body. She has helped me many times. There never has been anyone I care so much about. So, if I can't protect her, me and Shiro can just die here. I can hear sounds of metal. Metallic magical energy reinforces all the bones of my body and all the broken parts of my body. What? I'll give it everything I have. I'll put it in the highest gear and the highest rotation from the start, and ignoring my limits. I will create as much energy, as much magical energy as possible. My spine catches fire and my whole body grows red hot. I bite my tongue to bear the feeling of my brain melting. Damn, it sounds really fucking painful, man! I bite down on the pink flesh. If I can keep my consciousness just by making a hole in my tongue, there's no problem.
Nani?
The footsteps stop. His laughter stops as well.
シロ、何をしているのです。ダメだ。そんなことをしたら体が。
Well, in this situation, I must say, whatever we do, we are Fabernacked anyway, so might as well try and go down in a blaze of glory. She must feel it even though she can't see. Saber screams, trying to get back up. That makes my last power turn on. I stand back up. The body that wouldn't obey me starts to move because of the magical energy poured into past its limits. This is like setting my body on fire to make it run towards the water. Ow! But I don't care. It's better than watching Saber get hurt. That's right. I finally realized it with that mind that's about to burn away. From the beginning. I swore to hold the sword because I didn't want to see her hurt.
逃げてと言っているのに、どうして
Well... I obstruct the enemy. Saber is behind me. Now, I cannot even take one step backwards. I hold on my brain which is rolling around on fire and manage my mind. I'm imagining only one thing. I'll divide the fraction into 8 sections to create the last sword. I feel something hard in my left hand. I could totally ruin this move by saying something different, but I won't do that. I don't even need to look to shame. The second manufacture of the sword proved successful without slowing down even once.
私の剣。いえ、それでもダメだ。シロも分かっているはずです。それでは彼には勝てないと。動けるのなら、今は逃げるのが。
逃げない。セイバーを迎えに来たんだ。なのに一人で帰ることなんてできるもんか。
I readied my sword. I hold a sword heavier than a shinai and glares at the enemy.
やめてシロ。この男はそんな。
He's a douchebag. I shake off Saber's words and step forward. There are 4 meters between us. Well, the music became very deep. I like it. If I step forward with all my might, I will be able to attack him. The enemy doesn't move. Gilgamesh watched me for a second and then laughs. He says in an emotionless voice. I instantly blocked the attack swung at me. I sway my body to the side to avoid the attack. I just feel the pain, man. Dude. But I'm not fast enough. If the first attack was sudden gust, the next barrier of attacks is a raging wind. Parrying is all I can do. No, I wouldn't even be able to block the first attack by myself. It is fortunate that I also reproduce its memory when I reproduce the sword. The sword with a long past holds will and experience. This sword must already be familiar with such attacks. I can't judge Gilgamesh's attacks, but this sword is able to. So the sword reacts to his attacks before my hands does. I swing to follow the sword, and as a result, I can block his attack. But that doesn't last long. My fingers numb every time I swing, and slowly I cannot catch up with the sword.
雑種見苦しいにも程がある
He must dislike even the slight resistance. He glares at me in anger and retreats a bit. Thank God. If he had kept attacking me, I would not have lasted more than a few seconds. I take a deep breath and try to control my breathing. And then...
薄汚い偽物めそれほどそれが気に入ったのならば本物を見せてやろう
Faker! He takes out a sword. That is a familiar sword. The ornamentation on it is different. But its true nature, the idea of its creation and its soul are too close to those of this sword.
まさかこの剣の原型
Damn!
そうだが宝具としての精度は比べるまでもないぞお前が持つ王を選定する岩に刺さった剣は北欧に伝わる支配を与える木に刺さった剣が流れたものだがこれはその原型王を選定するという聖剣の大元だ
I had no idea of this sword supremacy in the tree from Northern Europe. What? The sword of supremacy in the tree. Graham! Oh, Graham! I do know! The demonic sword of Sigmund of North... Ah! Graham and Sigmund I do know. Gosh!
子は親には勝てん天輪を続けるごとに劣化する複製は原型にはかなわぬということだ
Damn. Light runs. The sword understands better than anything that this is the same attack that terminated Berserker in one slash. It must be protecting its owner. The sword in my hand goes for the enemy's sword with its utmost power. The name of the noble Phantasm is Excalibur, the golden sword of assured victory, but... it is destroyed without a trace by the sword called Marduk, the original sin. I hear something sliding on the ground. Sliding. Is the ground park slippery because it's level? I slid across the ground and finally came to stop.
Shiro!
That voice makes me realize I'm still alive. Yay! Still alive! For a moment, I'm not sure how long though.
なんだセイバー割と近くに
Thinking so, I'm relieved. It felt like I was blown away, but it's fine if Saber's nearby. So all I have to do is get up and I can run to Saber. I look at my arm while I stay on the ground. It's red. My arm is surrounded by red membrane and there's no blood coming out of it.
動くなもういいから動かないでくれシロ
I can hear Saber's voice. It seems my body has been injured. No shit, Sherlock! That attack. I'm sure I was blown away by Gilgamesh's sword. So the wound must be... Oh, I see. Now I understand why Saber's acting like that. I can only move my right hand. My left hand won't move. First of all, my left shoulder isn't attached to my... What?! I can't even breathe. Diagonally down from my left shoulder. As my body is cut from the shoulder down, it's separated like Lego pieces that won't fit together. It looked like a ginkgo leaf. Cyril! I mean, cut from my shoulder down. From my shoulder down. Wait. If we got. Wait, is this speed? What? But that miracle should soon run out. I'm barely conscious right now, and my vision is narrowed by the second. First of all, my inside will fall out if I move. Oh my god. Maybe I'm already dead, and my mind is lingering like a ghost.
なんだ見事に散らばったと思ったが存外にしぶといのだななるほど生き汚さだけが雑種の取り柄というわけか
I mean, so if I understand right, his arm is sliced off from the shoulder, and then it's gone down sideways over his gut and spilling his beans. Pretty much, I'll say, but He laughs. Honestly, I'm thankful. The more irritating he is, the more my mind stays conscious. Why is he still alive? He's just annoyed at you. Oh, fuck.
そこまでだ。貴様に獅子は似合わん。その女は俺がもらう。
Footsteps. The sound of him walking to obtain Saber for sure this time. Welp, I guess I gotta save now, cause this is... I mean... Stand up. I put power into my right hand. I grab the ground and raise my half-sliced body. I see Saber's face for an instant. She looks like she's about to cry. I'm proud of myself for falling in love. I'm really proud of that, actually, but well. I raise my body with just one arm. My legs won't move. The magic energy that forced my body to move has depleted. The only thing remaining is my beating heart and my organs screaming in pain.
ほう、未練か。だろうな。あれはお前には過ぎた宝だ。その気持ちはわからんでもない。ならばこそ他の男の手に奪われるのは悔しかろ
う。That does it. I can't stand his talking anymore.
だから奪うとか奪われるとかセイバーを物みたいに。
I put power into my right arm. Is there metal in it? With a creaking noise, my body reacts to my wishes. Seriously. I get up on one knee. I put power into my body. As I do so, the thing I need to live flow out.
なぜもう無理だとどうしてわからないのです。
Saber's voice is almost insulting. She is long way away. From a distant place, she's watching me in vexation. I ignore it and keep trying. Saber's voice is just a burden. Not my body nor Gilgamesh, but Saber is my greatest enemy now. Because if she objects with an expression like that, my mind will die. Finally. My knee finally has strength, so all that is left is to stand.
いらない。あなたの助けなどいりません。敗北した以上、私はすでにあなたの剣ではないんです。このまま消えるのがサーバントとして当然の結末ではないですか。
Saber's voice. Damn. If she's interrupting me anymore, I'll get mad even at her.
やだ。やめてください、シロ。それ以上はダメだ。本当に死んでしまう。こんなことであなたに死なれたら私は。
How can she say such selfish things without knowing how I feel?
うるさい。いいから少しは黙ってろ。こういう時くらい頼っていいんだよ。お前は。
それは違う、シロ。優先順位を間違えないでほしい。私の身などどうでもいい。そんなものよりあなたは自身の命を第一にするべきだ。
She sounds like she's begging. My mind almost collapsed, thinking that I'm making her sound like that. But still.
俺にはセイバー以上に欲しいものなんてない。
I can't accept her words. Saber looks at me in astonishment. I don't know why she looks like that. But I remember. She told me I was a fool who didn't know the value of his own life. I think she's right. It's too conceited for someone who can't even think about himself to try to help someone else. That's just complacent happiness, and it's an unstable happiness for the other party. The most important person is yourself. That kind of person probably can become happy and share the happiness.
俺は確かに自分の命を感情に入れてない。大バカだ。
I was wrong about what was most important for me. Since that day, that seat has been empty. But I'm grateful for that abnormality, because in that empty seat, is sitting person I want to say from the bottom of my heart.
けどな、セイバー。もし俺が自分の命が一番大事だったとしても、きっとそれ以上にセイバーは綺麗なんだ。お前に代わるものなんて俺の中には一つもない。
That makes me realize I didn't feel sympathy for her. The girl I saw in my dream. She fought alone and died alone. I thought she was unrewarded, but at the same time, I was charmed by her. Yeah, I just thought she was beautiful. Narni? She pulled out the sword and ran through her life without looking back. Her life itself was so brilliant.
そうだ。だから。
So I have to protect her. So that you, all alone, won't be engulfed in darkness in your last moment. That's right. So that in your last moments, on the verge of your death, so that you can be proud of your life. My doubts disappear. My path is so clear.
ごめんな。俺、セイバーが一番好きだ。
And I love this music, man. This is so
だから、あんな奴にお前は渡さない。
After I say that, I regret apologizing to her. But I had to say it. I want to say it now at this moment because there would be no impurities mixed in my words. I hear her gasp. I wanted to turn around and see, but I won't since I can't really see anymore. I get up. I can still fight with my heart fight if my heart is beating. My magical energy is my life. As long as my heart is beating, I'll keep on recreating her sword.
よく立った。で、その後は何があるのだ?
Well, And then I remembered that we're fighting Gilgamesh of all fucking people in this entire fucking franchise. God damn it. I feel a burning heat on my right hand. Perhaps because I'm close to death, I remember 10 years ago. It's like a terrible illusion. My body feels like it's still in that fire, reaching out for life.
うせろ。お前にセイバーは任せられない。
I raise my right hand and says that.
たわけ。誰が貴様の許しを得るか。
Can I punch him in the nuts? The enemy raises his sword.
Shiro! Shiro!
I hear Saber's voice from behind me. I ignore it and use my remaining magical energy. I project the sword once more. And I'm stopped by the light. Even though it's not as strong as Excalibur, the light that can burn away everything it touches is coming for me. Feeling the heat on my body, I don't think about my death, but about Saber behind me. She'll be dragged in like this. So I have to at least protect her. I said I'd protect Saber. Yes, I wanted to protect her. She's strong, but at the same time she could be broken down at any moment. So I have to hold steady. She's like a drawn sword, so I have to help her so she doesn't get hurt. And then, before I realize it, there's something like a sword in my right hand. No. Whose voice was that? The hesitation is only for an instant. At the same moment, the Golden Knight, the absolute victor, retreats. Saber takes my hand. Take my hand tonight! Oh, fuck it. Wasn't that the scabbard? Or something like that. The rising light stops. Right beside me is Saber. Right before me is Gilgamesh, opening his eyes and bleeding. Take that, scumbaloid! Mongrel on that! I don't know what happened, but I know this is a repeat of the battle against Berserker. Saber used something I made and defeat Gilgamesh's sword. A light pushed back his light, and I must have injured him, who was unscathed up to now. A frightening murderous intent. He feels like he needs to kill everything he sees in order to calm down. Well, that is not good. But the Golden Knight leaves silently. I don't even have time to be surprised. I don't know why he left, but even my fading mind knows that the battle is over. My knees gives away. All tension disappears and my body falls to the ground.
Shiro!
Saber instantly supports me. With Saber supporting me, I look down at my body. Well, fun times! I let out a gasp. My wounds are so bad that it cannot be treated. My body, cut from my left shoulder, should have died instantly. At that moment, I was squeezing in a pun like I was not cut for this. I was. Dude, I would probably die the most pathetic death. I must be barely alive because of that healing power, but it must have its limits. My body is almost split in two. I'm sure nothing will be able to fix my body now. I can't even tell if I'm still breathing or not, and my consciousness is starting to fade. The end is near. But the fortunate thing is about Saber. I have a fatal wound, but it seems Saber is just fatigue. He's unarmed now and her wounds are completely healed. So even if I retire now, Tosaka should be able to do something. That sound again. The sound as if my bones are creaking is coming from my body. I look down at my wound. The bones of my sword. There are so many swords. What looks like the blades of swords are laid on top of each other and crowding together to connect with my separate body, making that sound. I feel dizzy. You do? I don't feel good about this. It feels like every bone in my body, every muscle in my body is made out of swords. Talk about living on the edge. Good. There's no such thing. It must have been my imagination, as my body's just fine. As proof of that, my separate body is starting to connect and my cuts are healing quickly. What? It's more like restoration than healing. Honestly, I'm just saying that I thought it would be cool if he did lose his arm. Like, he couldn't save his arm, but he could heal the rest, you know, like, I'm the one-armed samurai. This is more creepy than strange. No shit. It seems that I'll be saved, but this is too...
この分なら死ぬことはなさそうですね、マスター。
Awesome! I hear Saber's voice by my ear. It's really close by.
それは助かるけど。俺の体、一体。
Trying to finish, I'm assailed by dizziness. Then, my body is enclosed by soft arms. Aww. That is so sweet.
いいえ、私には分かりました。傷が癒されるのは当然です。
I can't stay conscious. It's because I produce too much magical energy. My tired mind wants to sleep right now. How strong is she? Saber wraps her arm around me and holds me tight.
やっと気づいた。シロは私の鞘だったのですね。
I want a hug too now, my god. She says so in a deep, seeping voice. The feeling is so comfortable that my remaining consciousness fades away. I'm really glad to be saved and let my body sleep. But before that, I complained to myself that it would have been more perfect if our position were reversed. I don't complain. You get me hugged by Saber. Seriously, I want the hug now. Can anyone hug me? Bacon. Where's my cat when I want to hug them for once? Where are you, you beast of naught? They're not even here. They are hiding. At the end, I see that red hill once more. A red memory. I dive deeper into a memory and realize this is the last time. These are the memories of a night which I have seen so many times before. After becoming king and becoming the will of the country, by killing her own will, her days will be filled with neglect from her trusted knights. Every time she won a battle, Arturia was made to wish for a battle she did not wish for. She continued to hide her sex, surrounded by suspicion. What awaited this isolated girl was rebellion by one of her relatives. Aggie! A young knight took over the country while the king was on expedition. The man's name was Mordred. Well, Mordred is also a relative, of course. That knight, who was son of Morgan, the sister of the king knights, was actually the son of the king of knights. To start at the end, Arthur could not have children as a woman, but Mordred certainly inherited the blood of Arturia. Arthuria's old sister Morgan, I'm not sure how far she went, but she despised Arturia for becoming king, even though Arturia was younger than her. Mordred was created as her other self. He served the king as a knight with an unknown father, waited for his chance to take over the throne, and finally organized a revolt. This was the battle later known as Battle of Camlan, the final battle of King Arthur. King Arthur discovered Mordred's betrayal on her expedition and returned to her homeland with her tired troops to invade her own territory. She slashed away knights that used to serve her. She attacked the lands she once protected. The few knights that stayed with her died off, and the only ones standing in the end were her and Mordred. The personal combat ended with the king's victory, but she did not emerge unscathed. Mordred was bound by a strong curse, so he still swung his sword even after his death and left a fatal wound on the king. That is the end of this battle. The last of her, the one called the King of Knights. It must have been painful. Come to think of it, none of her battles were painless. Every one of her 12 battles was severe and just happened to be the greatest wound appropriate for her end. She returned to her territory and destroyed her own army. She punished the knight who used to serve her, and the knights following her all died. And in the end, she had to kill her own son, even if she was son only in name. I cannot tell what went through her mind, but I have to wish. The lone king who tried to be king until her last moments. I wish that her last dream might be a normal dream, one that the girl called Arturia might wish for. Dude, this is heavy shit right here. I open my eyes. And we're alive! But I will cut for now, and I will try to be back soon with more of this. Holy damn! Whew! What are my camera doing? Fuck's sake, my gear, man. My stuff is so bad. But yes, I will be back with more Fates the Night Division novel soon, hopefully. And we're gonna continue with this, because fuck me, this is interesting. I like this. But thank everyone for watching. See you later on. Have a continued super great day.